Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show, conversations with leading experts in business. And today I have a wonderful guest, Dawn Bates. Dawn is an author, strategist and publisher, and our topic today is authors who make money in their sleep. And I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Dawn, welcome to the Brilliance Business Show.
Hi, Mark. How are you? And thank you for inviting me.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today, Dawn. Before I get started, I just need to make a legal disclaimer that Dawn is not offering legal advice or legal assistance. So let's get started with the show. Dawn, can you share with our listeners a little bit about yourself and your business?
I can. I am a author coach, strategist and publisher, as you said, but I'm also completely location free. So I'm actually tuning in with you today from Brazil, an island off the coast of Brazil. My business operates completely globally, completely online, and my team are scattered across multiple time zones and countries. I am a freedom seeker. I like adventure as well as a little bit of misadventure, and I'm a mother of 2 boys, young men, actually, should say, yeah. And I like to giggle, and I have a rule: if it's not fun, I'm not doing it.
And you really are living the life that you want to live. You have set up your business so you can travel all over and do your business online, which now online work is more popular than ever, especially since we have been in a global pandemic. And you have really built a great, successful business, and you coach people as well how to do books. You're an author, strategist, publisher. So who are your clients, Dawn? Who do you look after on a daily basis?
I tend to work with people who are either already authors that want to actually start making money from their book, because there's far too many people who write a book either as a lead magnet, do the 24-hour 99 cents promotion and never make a penny from it afterwards. But I want to change the rules of the game. So I work with already existing authors or people that have been wanting to write the book, but these people already have to be successful. Because it is about an investment. It is about building a business blueprint around this. It is about how we can use the book to leverage your life, leverage your business, expand your brand, and take your business through step changes. So I tend to work predominantly with CEOs and entrepreneurs. And when I say CEOs, I don't mean a one-man band that's calling them a CEO. I'm talking about the board, the person who's got the legal obligations to an organization, that's got a team of other chief executive officers, like your chief financial officer, your chief operating. So I call it a proper CEO, and also an entrepreneur who is an entrepreneur, not just somebody who's given themselves a job. So they tend to be my clients, or people that have already got a business but are willing to invest. Because when you work with me, it's not just about writing a book. It is about creating a really, really powerful legacy for yourself, for your family, and for the world. So I really have worked with people who have got a global vision and that are willing to collaborate and lead others, because there's a lot of deep diving. I really harness the leader within you and I pull that out. And I'm not for the faint-hearted, Mark. People that work for me, they better be ready to get the game face on. And I just want to mention something that you said there about my business being totally online. I've been totally online for 4 years. So it's been interesting for me to see how people have come on board or have come online. over the last year. I mean, this has been my best year in business yet, but it's been interesting to see how many people have used the pandemic as an excuse to either give up or go out of business, or make excuses of why they can't drive their business forward. Because going online has been, it is very simple. It's something we've been doing for 10, 20 years.
It makes total sense when you're saying you work with real CEOs and real entrepreneurs and people that invest in themselves, because all too often you can tell when someone isn't truly who they say they are, because they don't want to invest, they want something for free. And that really is not a good way to go forward if you are an entrepreneur. I myself have spent thousands and thousands and thousands investing in myself, coaches, mentors, seminars, events, online events, just so many investments this year alone. And true entrepreneurs will always invest their time, their focus and their money to get where they need to be, and to get quality and to get results. So that makes
absolutely
total sense in what you're saying. And yes, people have had some negativity around the pandemic and made excuses. I will agree with you there. But on the other side of that coin, a lot of people have thrived. I myself thrived this year.
Oh, it's been best year in business ever. Yes. I've been in business 22 years.
Me too. But there's always those people that will make a negative, but you should always see the positive in the negative. There's always
absolutely
a blessing in every stressing. So Dawn, my next question, what really motivates you to jump out of bed every single morning?
The fact that I'm alive, Mark. You know, I've got like I said, I've got two boys. They're watching me. They may not be with me. Being a long distance parent is challenging. But again, it's like my customers, or I don't like the word customers, my clients or my family, my clients are my family. And this is why I'm very choosy who I work with. Because, you know, we go deep, and like their family is everything to me. You know, my two boys, they're like, you know, I'm away from them, so I have to make every minute of my time count, and I'm not going to waste it with people who are not prepared to invest, or that just want to make excuses. And knowing that I've got all these eyes on me, I'm like, right, but it's the fact that I'm alive. I get to have another go at life today. You know, yes. It's like, oh my God, what can I do today? What can I do? What can I achieve today? Where can I go today? What, you know, what's possible today?
Good answer.
It's so exciting. It's like, woo!
Yes, I am very big on being present in the moment and really appreciating just being alive. I'm grateful for the water I drink, the food I eat every day, even down to the air I breathe. When I do my gratitudes, I really appreciate being alive, because all too often we forget we're on a big rock flying through time space.
We are. And at any moment it could go boom.
It's a miracle that we're actually just existing, and we get too tied up in little stresses of being on planet Earth, and it's really important to be grateful for being alive, just like you have said. Do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business?
Oh, okay. I'll talk about the current business because I've had 4. And I guess they've all come from the end of my first business, which I ran for 12 years, which was when I faced a life-threatening illness when I was pregnant with my second child. I remember lying in the hospital bed, and I knew I'd given birth. I could feel that I'd given birth, or I'd had the C-section, so I didn't really see that that's giving birth. He wasn't there, or the baby wasn't there. And I was like, do I actually just want to keep producing software and publishing websites and CDs and DVDs without actually creating something that's changing the world? And I just sat there and I was like, I don't want to do this business anymore. And then when my ex-husband came in, I mean, we were husband and wife at the time. I was like, I want to close the business. And he was like, what? I was like, I want to close the business. I don't want to do it anymore. We're not adding value. We're just adding stuff. And this is why I say there's far too many mediocre books out there littering the bookshelves. And it was from that point on. I mean, NASA is, well, he'll be 30. He's 14 when he arrives here in a couple of weeks. So he's 14 in January. And so 14 years ago, I had that moment. Whereas whatever I do from here on in had better make a massive difference. I mean, I'd already been doing charity. I'd already been doing like community projects and giving back that way. But it was like, but then it's taken me that amount of time to really, truly hone what it is that I've been doing. And I've been in publishing now for 20 odd years, because first I was publishing software and CDs, DVDs, websites. I've published, newspapers and magazines. And it was like, okay, now what is the one thing that is Dawn? And I always give books. I'm always reading. And I was like, why am I not publishing books? It seems, and I'd written my first book 10 years ago. So it all started with NASA's birth. And it's quite interesting because NASA, his name actually means the one to bring about victory. And I said to him the other day, I said, you really have lived up to your name, haven't you? I said, you're only 13. And he goes, of course, which is, but that would be my aha moment, facing my own mortality again, because that was like the second time I faced my own mortality. I faced it like 3 or 4 times, which is probably why I'm so grateful to just be able to jump out of bed every morning. But I think it's really sad that some people actually have to get to that to realize just how precious life is. So that would be my aha moment.
I relate to a lot of that. Like you, just a few years ago, I was a mobile hairdresser, and just like you, I was driving around from client to client, and it was around a December time, Christmas, and I was going from one client's house, driving 30 or 40 minutes to get to the next client, trying to cover all my bills. And I was thinking, I don't want to do this anymore, but what can I do? And that was quite an uncomfortable feeling, actually, not being happy with what I was doing, but I had to do it to cover my monthly bills. And I remember it happened for a few years. Every December, I was thinking, I don't want to be doing this next year. I can't do this another year and be driving around when everyone's enjoying their holidays. And I started my entrepreneurship journey, network marketing. Then I became a professional speaker. And then obviously I got into media and PR. And I finally give up my full-time job as a mobile hairstylist in January this year. I totally let it go. I carried on building I was building it alongside hairdressing, but I finally let that go. So like you, I've built a business online that I run, and it's successful. Anywhere in the world I can go and still do my business. And that is a brave thing to do, Dawn, isn't it? It takes courage and drive and having a vision and really taking steps every day towards that goal. But it's so worth that couple of years hard work, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And this is the thing, people look at me now and go, oh, you're so lucky. I'm like, yeah, the harder I work, the smarter I work, the luckier I get. The less excuses I make, the luckier I get. But you're right, but we had to go through that to actually get that realization, that wake-up moment. We had to be in that space. I had to go through what I've been through, because I believe that everything happens for us, not to us.
Yes, it's all part of the whole. The ups and the downs are all part of the whole.
It's like a roller coaster, and I love a roller coaster. I prefer the highs, not so, but like that up, as you're chugging along, going up, and you're like, chug,
If it
chug,
was
chug,
all
chug.
highs, would we appreciate them?
No, because we wouldn't get that moment when we're going all the way down, because we know that we're on that trajectory that's going to make us go flying up onto the next one. So the first one might be a bit of a chug, 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 chug to the top of the high of the roller coaster. But then when you fall all the way down and there's that exhilaration, you then come back up again and you're going faster than ever. And this is what I say, after every breakdown, there is a beautiful breakthrough. Absolutely. Oh, I'm getting excited now. I feel like I need to go journal.
What sets your business apart, and what unique need are you filling for your clients and family?
One of the things that a lot of people have said to me that sets me apart is that I am very genuine. They are fed up with a lot of the coaches that preach a lot of stuff but don't actually embody it, and I will call a spade a spade. There is no messing about with me. I am relentless. Even last night, one of my clients was saying to me that she goes, every time I look at your Facebook profile, there's another book coming. Every 2 weeks there's another book coming out. Either it's my book or it's a client's book. I am relentless. I don't stop. I'm relentless like my techno used to be back in the day. But it's also because my business is working 24/7. When I go to sleep, my team on a different time zone starts working. And we're all people we're all freelancers. Now, there is a few people that, like my team is a group of freelancers that work for me. I will only work with freelancers because I am not going to be someone who caps somebody else's earnings. Never.
Yes, that's quite a clever way to do business, having business partners, freelancers, and that's how I run my business. So I have a few different writers, graphics, someone that deals with all my website, a VA, and having those systems is really important for growth and to make everything run smoothly. Now, I want to know, Dawn, why is your service especially important in today's modern world?
Because it's not enough just to write a bookmark. Every bookmark, there you go, you're a bookmark now. You've got all of these people that think, I'm just going to collate my emails, or I'm just going to do my top tips and I'm just going to release it, or, there are so many business books out there. Do we really need more of the same? What is your unique difference? Why are you the person to write that book? And I pull out people's why. I get real deep down and dirty with them. And I'm like, okay, because I don't just publish and strategize. I get into the nuts and bolts of their business, and I get into the nuts and bolts of their purpose. And I pull that out and I join it together. And that is the thing. It's like, that needs to happen, because when you walk into a bookshop, or you're going, like, how many books are there on how to create the best sales funnel? Like, you've got Russell Brunson's doing it, Jeff Walker did it, and then everybody's jumping on. No one's original anymore. They're just regurgitating more of the same. And it's about time the industry I'm here to change the publishing industry. I'm here to change the books that are seen on the bookshelves, and I'm here to help people create a legacy and make a positive difference, because at the moment people are in desperate need of some proper inspiration, rather than more of the same regurgitated vanilla that's out there.
No, I have to agree with you so much on so many levels there. Through my entrepreneurship journey, Dawn, so many times about you need a funnel, you can get all these sales. So many times I've launched funnels and they've not been successful. I've had so many problems with funnels. For me, having a relationship, building relationships, getting on those Zoom calls with people, getting that relationship is so much more effective
Absolutely.
and long lasting than just trying to rush people through funnels. I'm not saying they don't work, but I have had so many problems thinking a funnel was a be all
and the
and
split
end all.
testing, and this is the thing, when you work with these people, they go, oh, but you need to split test, you need to just do this, just tweak it here. I'm like, look, I know my product works, I know that what I've written is powerful, but people, especially when you're asking for a high ticket price, when you're investing 10 grand and upwards, people want to know that they're going to get on with you. They don't just want to read a sales funnel. I want a relationship with my client. I mean, I've completely dumped all of my funnels.
And me at the moment.
They just do my head in. I have made more money on one call with a client than anything that the click funnels or the sales funnels or whatever you want to call them, have brought me. And they've, and I know it's not my products. I know it's not my sales copy. And I know it's not the ad campaigns that I've run. I just know that the people that deal with me, they've got to be ready. Because like I said, I am not for the faint-hearted. I'm only for people who are serious about making a difference, not just in their own life and their family's life, but in the world. If all it is about making money, I am not your person.
And I am sure, just so our listeners get some balance here, that some funnels are absolutely incredible. And you may see me with another one in the future, just to get that
never say
out
never.
There. But
never say
I have
never.
had a lot of frustrations, and I have stepped away from the funnel situation at the moment. Now, Dawn, can you share a few more details on the kind of service and product you offer?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've got one client at the moment where he's been an author. He's already published to Amazon. So he's come to me to actually publish on every platform and to monetize his business, because his message is really powerful. He's got a podcast. I mean, Stefan's an amazing guy. He's got an incredible story. So it's about harnessing all of that to actually republish his books, to gain him some traction, so that every penny that he has ever invested, he not only makes that back, but he actually also triples it, quadruples it, and 10x's it. It's about him now making money and getting that return on investment and getting out to more people so that they can hear his message and they can be inspired, because like I said, his journey is incredible. So that would be one thing. One of the key things that's taking off at the moment is my leadership, my 7-month mastermind that's being released in February next year, where I'm going to be working with 11 people, taking them through 7 months, developing their leadership, understanding what leadership is for them, and then looking at brand expansion, step changes, getting their book, their message, what is it? And that's like a 7-month program. And again, that's not for some people that just want, if you want a $50 course, then I'm not your woman. That's one of my that's my high ticket. That's 22 years worth of leadership and etc. going into that. I'm working with quite a few people who want to collaborate and do book collaborations. We've got a few coming out at the moment. We've just published Breakdown to Wake Up. That was 16 individuals over 5 continents all getting together to share their breakdown moment and how they move through that. We've got another one at the moment by a young lady called Lani Mulvey, which is about standing in strength, which is women and their sports that they take, body shapes, and actually harnessing their own inner strength. And actually saying, I may not be a skinny size 8, and twerking all over Instagram, but I am strong and we eat properly, we have body confidence, and we're all shapes and sizes. We're working on one called Putting Menopause on the Map. I'm working on one called, putting the nomad into the digital nomad. So we're doing a lot of book collaborations, and they can be anything from 5 to 16 authors. So there's that. And then I do business mentoring, and that's a minimum of 3 months where I work with people on where their business is or whether they're ready to start. So if they've come from the corporate world and they want to actually then launch into business, I don't do much of that. it is mainly predominantly focused on getting your message out there. But if there are people that are willing to step up, because a lot of startups, they don't have the money, they're not willing to invest. And I'm not, again, I work with people who've got the money and are ready to invest.
Now, Dawn, I know you have lots and lots of client success stories. I just want you to pick one that stands out to you.
Oh, okay. One that really stands out to me. Okay. Well, Annie came to mind. She is Annie Gibbons. I just wrote her biography. And we're working on her second book now, Twins. And, she's changing her whole branding. She's really going for it, and she's going, right, what's next? What's needed? How can I achieve this? How do I get to my clients? She's very curious. And it's her curiosity that's led to her success throughout her life. Now, she's one of the top female CEOs in Australia. And she's relentless. She absolutely love her. She's had, she's just about to now start monetizing her podcast. She has written this book. She has really honored how much she is worth. She's asking, she does it all with joy and a giggle. You can find her at anniegibbins.com, GIBBINS. Her book is Becoming Annie, the biography of a curious woman. We've got the next book coming out very in the new year called Twins. But then there's also Claire Caulfield. We're writing her book at the moment, and I'm just getting a bit emotional. She had a stroke 5 years ago, Mark. She just moved to Australia to be with her son and her granddaughter. She's 69 in February. I'm adding years to you, Claire, sorry. She was on stage delivering a workshop, and while she was delivering this workshop, she had a stroke. And most people at the age of 69 would be slowing down, wanting to retire. Not Claire. Not Claire. She's like, right, I've had a stroke. Like, now it's time to write a book about it. She goes, so I can help people and put all my coaching and everything that I've ever learned into this book. And now she's launching the book called The Stroke Warrior. And she has had setbacks. She has had falls. She has had to deal with being isolated from her family during this COVID and during her recovery from stroke. That's not an easy thing to do, especially when she just left Scotland to go and live in Australia to be with her family. And she's so strong. I call her Super Gran. Those of you in the UK that are roughly my age will know who Super Gran is. But because she's Scottish and she's just a powerful woman. We've called it The Stroke Warrior, the journey of an impatient woman. But she just doesn't stop. She just gets back up again. It doesn't matter how much she gets a setback. She's just bouncing back, and she does it all with a smile on her face. I absolutely adore her. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm getting all emotional.
I can hear the passion that you have for your clients and the satisfaction you get from getting them results. I absolutely love a success story. Mm-hmm. And I know you have many, many success stories. We would be here all day.
Yeah, we would.
Now, we are coming to the end of the show. Can you share with our listeners how people can connect with you, Dawn, and a few closing words to people out there who may be considering writing their story or putting pen to paper to publish a book?
Yeah, they can go to my website, dawnbates.com. We're actually shifting hosting sites at the moment. So if you do go, then, and it gives you a bit of a blip, then don't worry, just try again. But yeah, dawnbates.com. On there, you can purchase all my books. There is the services on there, so you can see what one-on-one services I offer. Reach out to me at Instagram, Real Dawn Bates, and follow me on there. Some of my quotes are quite uncomfortable for a lot of people, but that means that I just find the right people to work with me. And this is the thing, the people that stick with me, I know that they're the right clients for me. People who get easily offended, again, I'm not the person for you. But if you like to giggle and you like to see what's behind the trigger, then I'm definitely the woman. But yeah, people can find me on LinkedIn under Dawn Bates. But my website, if you go to my website, you'll also find me in the House of Preeminence magazine. You'll also find my articles on MSP News Global, which is very exciting. But the House of Preeminence magazine, the bi-monthly. Oh, it's a beautiful magazine. Led by our very own fabulous Miss Jenny, and the girls, lovely Marsha and Catherine and Karen, who loves me bunches. But yeah, you can find me on quite a lot of platforms. Just type my name in Google and, you'll probably see you'll see several million hits on my name. So just choose which one resonates with you. But my website is probably the best portal, or Instagram.
I would encourage everyone to go and check out dawnbates.com. Her books have great content, great messaging, real quality, beautiful, beautiful covers. And as someone that knows Dawn, I highly recommend that you go and check her out at dawnbates.com. Dawn, thank you so much for being on the Brilliance Business Show.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I've had a real great time, as always, with you, Mark. You're a really great guy.
I have really enjoyed a conversation with you, Dawn. You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show, conversations with leading experts in business.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.